Okay, guys, good morning. How are you doing? Let's start with the topic of this week. Remember, this is English for ninth grade, and this is class number 4. My name is Sadi Vega, your English teacher. Today, we are going to talk about nouns. Yes, the two classifications, count nouns and non-count nouns. What is a noun? A noun is a name of a person, a place, an animal, or thing. And here we have some examples of different nouns. Nouns that represent or talk about person. We have girl, boy, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, Mrs. John. Here we have some nouns for places. School, home, playground, zoo. Now nouns for animals. Dog, bee, frog, cow, lizard. Nouns for things. Book, flower, shoe, and pencil. Remember, a noun is a common name for a person, a place, an animal, or thing. Now that we have clear what is a noun, let's talk about the two different categories of nouns. We have countable nouns and non-countable nouns. A countable noun, it have a singular and plural form. They can use a singular verb or they can use a plural verb. For example, the tree or a tree. Remember, countable nouns are the one that we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can add a number. So if we say a tree, we are talking about one tree, two trees. So when you are talking in singular, the noun does not take the S. But when you add two more, then you add the S to the noun. Like for example in here, 2 trees. The book, the book, the book. The noun in this case is book. How many books are we talking? 1. The book is old. Is the verb and is singular. The books are old. Books, books with plural S indicates more than 2. Okay? So we use the verb be in plural form. The books are old. So countable is the one that we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can add a number to countable nouns. Uncountable nouns or non-countable nouns, that is another name for them, have only one form, no plural. Example, butter. Yes, the one that we use to spread on the bread, butter, the yellow one, yes, butter. The correct form is butter. It's only singular. We can add the S. It's incorrect to say butters. That's incorrect. We always use a singular verb. Uncountable nouns always use a singular verb. For example, sugar. Yes, the one that we add to the coffee. Sugar. Sugar is an uncountable noun. We can count the sugar. Ooh, that's impossible. Sugar is an uncountable noun, and sugar always use singular verbs. So sugar uses is. Sugar is sweet. Then we have that uncountable nouns can be used with a, an, or a number before them. So it is incorrect to say a rice. You say rice. It is incorrect to say a bread. You have to say bread. It's incorrect to say 2 rice. No. Rice, you can count the rice. That's uncountable. So we can add numbers to the uncountable nouns. Before them, we can use numbers. So it is incorrect to say 2 rice, 3 beds. No. That's incorrect. Uncountable nouns are often abstract ideas. Okay, things that we can touch. Like for example, love. That feeling is an uncountable noun because it is abstract. You can see the love, but you can feel it, right? Freedom. Wow. Freedom. That's another uncountable noun. Education, luck, health, beauty, music, thunder. Those are abstract ideas, and those are in the classification of uncountable nouns. Also, uncountable nouns are often liquid or gases, like for example, the water. The one that we drink, yes, water is an uncountable noun. It's impossible for you to add a number to the water. Milk is a liquid. It's uncountable. Wine, oil, coffee, yes, the one that you drink. Coffee, rain, soup, air, smoke, blood, juice, froth. Those are liquids or those are gases. So they are uncountable. That's impossible to add a number before them. We have also another group of examples of uncountable nouns made of a smaller part. Like, for example, sugar. Yes, sugar. Sugar is so small. The rice is so small. The salt, too small, that it's impossible for us to count. Every single piece of sugar, that's impossible to count. So they are made of a smaller parts, like sugar, rice, salt, sand, flour, dirt, dust, traffic, gas, spaghetti. That's impossible for us to count. So we can add numbers. They are called uncountable nouns. Materials. We have a series of materials that are also uncountable. Wood, yes, wood, glass, paper. Paper is uncountable. Gold, silver, that's a metal. Ice, iron, cotton, wood, steel. Those are materials, but they are uncountable. Some food are also uncountable nouns. So we have, for example, bread. Yes, a loaf of bread. Yes, bread. The bread, you can count bread. You can measure, but you can count. Fish. Can you count every single fish in the ocean? Ugh, that's impossible. Cheese, chocolate, meat, bacon, food, ham. Those are examples of food names that are uncountable nouns. Be careful. Uncountables in English like furniture, advice, work, news, information, luggage, and money are uncountable nouns. Okay, here we have food countable and uncountable nouns. So countable are the one that I can add a number. I can say a bun, 2 buns, 3 buns, a sandwich, 2 sandwiches, 3 sandwiches, an apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, 4 apples, 5 apples. Remember, countables can be added a number. Countables can be added an S. So we can pluralize countable nouns. You say an orange or oranges. Burger. I want a burger. I want 2 burgers. Fries, eggs, salad, vegetable, cookies, potato, tomato, carrot, hot dog, candy, olive, peanut, pancake, watermelon, pea, grapes, cherries. Those are countable food, things that you can count. You go to the store and say, give me 2 eggs, please. Eggs with S. So you can pluralize. Countable nouns can be added a number and also an S to make them plural. Remember, uncountables, they are singular. They are singular. We can add the S and we can use numbers. So you say bread, fruit, juice, meat, rice, cereal, jam, milk, coffee, sugar, flour, vinegar, salt, soup, tea, cottage cheese, pasta, honey, water, cheese, butter, seafood, and mustard. Those are examples of uncountable food. These examples, you can find them here in your English model, okay? So let's talk about the plural nouns. Remember, countable nouns are the ones that take the S of the plural form, but there are a lot of rules. Yes, there are a lot of rules to learn how to add the S. For example, in the regular nouns, like for example, the word car, I have 1 car. Then if I want make to plural, then say I have 2 cars. I just need to add the S. 1 car, 2 cars. 1 dog, 2 dogs. 1 book, 2 books. 1 house, 2 houses. 1 apple, 2 apples. But what happened with the words in English that finish or ends in S, ch, sh, X, or Z? Like for example in here, bus, match, dish, box, quizzes. When the words in English ends in these letters, we have to add an extra syllable, ES. Then we say 1 bus, 2 buses, We add an extra syllable. Buses. Why? Why do we need that? Because the reason is pronunciation. Improve the pronunciation. It's very difficult to say buses. Buses. That's impossible. So for better understanding, we add the extra syllable, es. Then you say a bus, two buses. Match, two matches. A dish, two dishes. One box, two boxes. One quiz, two quizzes. Remember, this is the case when the words end in S, CH, SH, X, or zeta. What happens when the word ends in an F or FE? We have to switch. We replace the F for a V and then add the extra syllable. Then you say one leaf, two leaves, one wolf. Woo! Yes, the animal. The word or the nouns end in an F. So we replace the F for the V and then you say two wolves. One life, two lives. One knife, two knives. Okay? There are some exceptions, and the exception is the word roof. You say roofs. And cliff, cliffs. But most of the other regular nouns apply the same rule. Here we have another rule. What happens when the noun ends in Y? Yes, the vowel Y, the semi-vowel Y. So what do you have to do? Add just the S. For example, in the word day, consonant, vowel, Y. Ends in a vowel plus an I, then just add the S. You say one day, 2 days. One key, 2 keys. One boy, 2 boys. One guy, 2 guys. One donkey, 2 donkeys. But remember, you have a vowel before the Y. Now, in the second case, you have a consonant before a Y. If this is the case, you have to drop the Y. So you remove this Y and use an I and add the extra syllable ES. Then you say one city, 2 cities. Check here. Consonant T, Y. Consonant T, I. This is the change. Baby, babies. Story, stories. Party, parties. Country, countries. There are some irregular nouns. Yes, they don't fit in the rules. But let me finish with the ends of the vowels. We will see them in a few minutes. Ends in vowel plus O, like the word zoo. We just need to add the letter S. Zoo, zoos. One radio, 2 radios. One stereo, 2 stereos. One video, 2 videos. One kangaroo, 2 kangaroos. Just add the S. When you have a vowel and you have the letter O, you just need to add the S. Like in piano, pianos, 2 pianos. Okay, but when you have the same case, you have a consonant and then you have an O, you need to add the extra syllable. Yes, the extra syllable. Then you say one hero, 2 heroes. One echo, 2 echoes. One tomato, 2 tomatoes. One potato, 2 potatoes. Every rule has an exception, and the exceptions are piano, pianos, and photo, photos, that they correspond to the first category. Now let's check the irregular. Yes, the troublemaker. We have some irregular nouns. So what does that mean? They are irregular because the word changed into a different, or maybe it changed the root. Like for example, the word man, one man. In here you have the letter A, man. But when you use the plural, you change the A for an E, the A for an E. Then you say one man, 2 men. The word child just change into children. One child, 2 children. One child, 2 children. Even the pronunciation is different. When you have the double O, the double O's changes into double E. 1 foot, 2 feet. 1 foot, 2 feet. 1 tooth, 2 teeth. Then we have the most common word, mouse. One mouse, The mouse is a different word. Mice. One mouse, two mice. One person, two people. Yes, it is incorrect to say two persons. That's incorrect. The plural form of person is people. So you say one person, two people. One person, three people. One person, four people. One person, five people. One person, 10 people. Okay? The plural of person is people, not persons. Okay, we have some nouns that are irregular, but they do not change. So they are the same in singular and they are the same in plural. Then we have the case of the animal sheep. One sheep, oh, I'm sleeping. Oh, I can see one sheep, two sheep, three sheep. Okay, this is the animal, sheep. One sheep, two sheep is the same. Do not change. The same for singular, the same word is used for plural. Deer, deer, fish, fish, serious, serious, species, species. Yes, the fish, the animal that swims in the ocean and in the water is singular and is plural. You say one fish, two fish, no fishes. Fishes is the verb. I go fishing. He fishes a fish. But when you talk about the noun, the animal is the same word for singular and the same word for plural. One fish, two fish, three fish, four fish, five fish. Okay? Series, like the ones that you watch on TV or like the baseball series. Okay? It's the same word. It's plural by itself. Series, series. Species, species. Okay. Now let's check the measure and containers. Yes, because we talk about the noun that we can count and they can be pluralized. But how do you measure and how do you count in some way the ones that you can count? Well, we use measures. Yes, like the ones that we use when we want to create or make something with a tape measurement. These are measures and containers. Okay, milk. Milk, the noun milk is uncountable. We can count the milk. That's a liquid. But you can go to the grocery store and say, I need a bottle of milk. So you measure the milk by bottles. You use a container, a bottle. So bottle can be count, but milk, that is the liquid that is inside, can't be counted. So you say a bottle of milk, a glass of water. Yes, glass. You use the word glass when you talk about copas. Okay, a glass of water, a jug of water, a cup of tea, a packet of tea, a jar of honey. So these are the containers that correspond to each of these nouns. You use milk. When you have the word milk, you use the word bottle, a bottle of milk. When you have water, you use a cup or you use a glass of water. Water jug, a jug of water, a cup of tea, a packet of tea, and a jar of honey. Yes, this is a jar. Then we have the bread. Remember, I said at the beginning, bread can be count. It's uncountable, but we can measure or we can count in certain form the bread, and we use the word loaf. A loaf of bread, a slice of bread, a cartoon of milk. Yes, you can say a bottle of milk or a carton of milk. A can, okay, like the ones from the pop sodas. A can of Coke, a bottle of Coke, a bowl of sugar, a bowl of salt. Then you have the meat. Yes, we can count the meat. Meat is uncountable. So you buy it by kilos or by pounds. You say a kilo of meat, a bar of soap, a bar of chocolate, a piece of chocolate, a piece of cheese, a piece of furniture. So these are the different containers and the different measures that we use for certain uncountable or non-countable nouns. Okay, there are some expressions of quantity. They are important to know when you talk about countable or uncountable things. And these are the words or the articles a, and the words some and any. A and N, they are used for singular countable nouns. Remember, countables are the ones that I can count. So we use A when the word starts with a consonant sound. For example, a bottle. Bottle starts with a consonant sound. So I use the word A, and this means one. There is a bottle on the table. And is used when the next word or the following word start with a vowel sound. And the case here is the word apple. Apple start with a vowel sound. So we use the article an. There is an apple on the table. What is the reason? Again, the reason is for a better pronunciation. There is an apple. It sounds better than say there is an apple, right? There is an apple on the table. Then we have the word some and any. These are some demonstrative pronouns, and we use them with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Yes, they are used for plural, so they mean more than two. Remember, A and N, they work with singular because they mean one. Some and any means more than one, so they are used to express a quantity. They are used with countable nouns and they can be used with uncountable nouns. It doesn't matter the type of noun. But remember, they are plural. They are used with plural. For affirmative sentences, we have one example with some. There is some cheese in the fridge. Some cheese, sorry. There is some cheese in the fridge. So we have a quantity of cheese there. In the negative, we use the word any. Yes, any is a word that is negative itself. Then you say there isn't any cheese in the fridge. So we need to go to the store. We need to go grocery. There is no cheese in the fridge. There isn't any cheese in the fridge. Any is also used when we make questions. Like, for example, is there any cheese in the fridge? No, there isn't. Is there any cheese? Remember, some and any works for plural. They can be countable or uncountable nouns. It doesn't matter. Some is used for affirmative sentences and any is used in negative and in questions. Okay, here we have some more examples. Affirmative, singular, noun, countable. Some is used for affirmative, countable nouns and affirmative, uncountable nouns. A and N can be used in negative sentences too, when they are in a countable singular noun. Any is used in the negative for countable or plural and for uncountable nouns too. Questions, I can use A and N, countable singular nouns, any for countable plural, or any for uncountable nouns. There are some exceptions. I told you, there are some words that they don't fix on the rules. Here we have. In a question with the word offer, that's a verb. Would you like some? Would you like some? Then you add a noun. Would you like some coffee? When you use some for questions, when you ask for something, can I ask someone for? Can I ask some coffee? Questions. We used some in the meaning of suggestions. Why don't we some cheese? Okay. Thank you. Just to wrap up. Remember, a noun is a common name that is used for person, place, animal, or thing. They are divided in two categories, countable and non-countable nouns. Non-countable nouns are also named uncountable nouns. There are some rules that we need to practice in order to recognize when to when it is a countable noun or when it is an uncountable noun. Countable nouns are the things that I can count with. No, I can add a number before them, or I can use the s in the plural form. Uncountables, they are always singular. There are some countable and uncountable name of food. There are some rules in the use of the plural s, depending on the ending of the words. There are some plural nouns that are irregular, so they change, like in the case of man, man, woman, woman. There are some cases where the plurals are the same in singular and in plural form, like for example, species, series, sheep, sheep, fish, fish. They are the same. Okay, so we finish with today's topic.